just, I guess, initial reactions after the events in that fashion?
We're 10 points behind, a lot of work to do. I was happy with the performance. I thought it was probably our best performance of the season. One mistake, it was a big mistake obviously. It was a big mistake to Seattle's probably best player on the day, Unfortunately, make a mistake late in the game, you pay the price. And we talk about being brave all season, and I give Rebecca all that credit. She had a great game, but it's a huge mistake, unfortunately. But credit to the players. I thought they were brilliant. The work rate, that we created some great chances second half for Sink and for Jess. Probably could have got on the board before we gave up a goal, But we were searching for the goal. We were pushing forward. I thought we were good tonight, and we kept Sid very quiet. Emily Menges did a fantastic job in the back on Sid, and she jumped onto the left wing second half to see if she gets something out of Norton. She didn't get anything out of Courtney either over on that side, so I was pleased with the back line too. And just one slip, unfortunately. I don't think there was much between the two teams, and I think we played the better football. We played a lot of long ball tonight. Kendall Fletcher had a lot of balls in behind us, and obviously tested the speed of our back line, and we got a lot of speed in the back line. But they're good. I mean, they're top of the league for a reason, and if they score goals, you give them half a chance. They score, and Kim got half a chance, and it was battle of the goalkeepers, I think, probably before that point. And Hope makes some great saves. She got the better of Sink tonight. I'm sure that's a long, ongoing saga. But I was happy with the overall display.
You mentioned the back line, and you've always been starting some very young players in the back line, and they've been able to hold their own against really well-known attackers. Can you talk a little about that?
Well, I think you got it. I mean, you watched Emily Menges, and I don't think she put a foot wrong the entire game. Nikki Marshall got called into the national team. I would think Emily Menges, based on the way she's played so far, has to be getting a look at the national team too, because she's so athletic, she's intelligent, she comes out playing all the time. She can win balls in the air. She reads the game really well. I mean, when you got a top player like Sydney playing against you first half, and she decides second half she's not going to have anything to do with you, go over to the left wing. I thought that helped us a lot. Sydney going over to the left wing and out the way of the middle, and I think Emily did a good job on that. And then Nort, I thought first half she was very good. She got us forward a lot. I think Sydney put a little bit more pressure on the second half, so she didn't want to go forward as much. But I thought the two of them were terrific. And Kat Tarr made a debut today, and she ran out of steam with about 20 left. You could see, I think her legs had gone. But she had a good, good opening game for her, and she gets fitter, and she only had a baby in November, so to be looking to playing like that, giving birth in November is almost a miracle, I would think. And hats off to her too. She had a great game. Nikki Marshall coming back off a US performance Thursday. I thought she did a great job too with all the playing and all the travel. So I was really happy with the back four. And Amber Brooks probably had her best game of the season. She did a good job on Kim Little, and we made one big mistake, and unfortunately it was Kim Little.
Can you talk about the difference between the first half and the second half? It looked like you guys are a lot more organized on offense, getting Christine in positions to attack.
Yeah, I think the first half of any game was a bit more like a chess match. The first half, I don't think either team played that great in the first half. I thought we were okay in the first half. I thought they were okay in the first half. And then second half, I thought we got into a much better rhythm. And like you said, we found Sink in some good areas second half. And Sink had a couple of really glorious chances, But I think that the main thing for me is that Sink's got that she's taking the shots and she's in those areas, because up until now she hasn't really been in those areas. She's been providing the pass to Jess more so than anybody, and to Ali. And I think having her in the box is only a matter of time before she scored. It was a great header that I think it was a Kat Tarr's header that she pushed over, and Sink had another header and a couple of other chances. So I was happy with Sink again. She got in great areas. Jess caused problems again. She's not going to score every week, and we've kind of been relying on Ali and Jess for goals. Ali was, we knew Ali had a hamstring problem, so we figured if she could go an hour, we actually got 10 more minutes than we thought we'd get out of her, and she said there was no power in her leg with a hamstring problem. So, but again, she had a decent game. I thought she struggled first 20 minutes once she settled in. Once Ali plays, I think it helps our team, and she got playing tonight. But Angie Kerr had the best game of the season. Rebecca Morris came in a different position for him and had a really good game. We played a different formation tonight, and I was really happy with the team overall.
Can you talk about, are you at all concerned with the offense that you've been getting the chances but you just haven't been putting them away yet?
No, obviously, we can sit here and cry the woes that we don't have everybody on the field, and we've got Tobin and Morgan and Firo and Catley to come in, and obviously Sinead was missing tonight with an injury. So we have a lot of players that were out tonight, but I think as long as you're providing chances and you're making chances, the goals will come. And I think Sink just needs a goal, and Jess has played well again. She's on the shoulder. I thought she penetrated well, especially second half. But you want goals at home. You want to try and play as well as you can at home and get goals. And I think the quality of football was good, but the end result is you need goals. And we didn't get it done tonight in front of net. But I thought the performance, you can't take anything away from the performance. And Amber's 22, Nord's 22, Emily's 21. It's a young group, so I think those three particularly came out with a lot of pats on the back.
Were you surprised that the mistake occurred from a veteran?
Yeah, it was a strange time in the game too. We talk about the last 15 as really being our time where we come on, and we talked about it at half time, and if we could hang around to the last 15, 20, we'd be in a great position to win the game, and we just got a couple of great chances right before that mistake. And yeah, I'm surprised because she's been so sharp the whole game, Rebecca. Some of her passing was so crisp, and the one time she hesitates to get the ball out of her feet, and we fell asleep for a minute. But we told them to be brave. Our left back was 25 yards higher up the field, and we got caught in transition, and it was almost impossible to stop the goal. And I give Kim a lot of credit, in all fairness to her. She went and ran the best goalkeeper in the world, or one of the two best goalkeepers in the world. And you got to pat her on the back for that. I'm not sure I would be going around Nadine Hanger. I think I'd be shooting. I got to be honest with you. So I give them credit. And they're a good team. I mean, there's a reason why they're top of the league. They're dangerous in front of net. And you talk about the chances and stuff like that. They create chances and they cause problems. Fishlock causes problems tonight, getting in behind. Kim Little got in behind us. But we caused them problems too. So, both teams, and I've said a lot of times this week, the championship's not won in April or May. It's won in July and August. So we've got a lot of work to do, and we'll keep plugging away and trying to get goals and trying to improve in the front line.
How do you feel like this team is going to do now with such a short turnaround playing again on Wednesday?
Yeah, tough turnaround, especially going to Houston. It's tough coming from the West Coast, a lot of East Coast teams in the league, and Houston's not an easy trip either, and they're going through a rough time, so I think having a team coming in after a Saturday game, obviously the derby match against Seattle, I think they're going to be right for us, but I think they're playing tomorrow, so they won't get as much rest as we will, and we've got other players just going to have to, some of the other players are going to have to step up, and I just hope we can get Ali ready, get Sinead ready. And it's just a matter of time before we get Morgan back and Rachel back. Hopefully by the end of the month we'll have everybody in and we'll be fully loaded.
How serious are those injuries to Sinead and
Sinead's contusion, I think she'll be fine. She should be able to go. We could have played it tonight, maybe 15, 20 minutes. We thought about playing it for Ali the last 15, and I thought better saving it for Houston, get it fresh. Because if she gets another bang, she'll be out for 2 weeks. So obviously we got to play Wednesday, and then we'll have a break for a week, so we can put everything into Wednesday's game, and then we play Wednesday, Saturday, Wednesday. So we've got a tough schedule ahead of us in that time, and hopefully we'll get at least somebody back to give us some numbers. We're a little bit low on the numbers at this point.
Thanks, Bob.
All right, guys. Thanks, guys.